Good evening, everyone. I was sitting down doing my new daily connection routine, doing some journaling. This awesome book I got from my friend Elda I was journaling on affirmations and which one I need to work on the most today. So I used my handy dandy little mullah beads that I made at my friend Connie's retreat a couple months ago and restrung them a few weeks ago because they fell apart. So she got some stronger string and I restrung them. And my new friend Gina suggested I work on grounding in one of my affirmations because I got a list that I'm working on right now using my mullah beads. So that's what I did. And then I pondered on what other message my guides have for me today. So they told me to pick this book up, which is sitting right here on the table that this camera is sitting on. I've been looking for a long time for a daily devotional, and that's kind of what this new practice is going to be for me, a way to connect and feel like I'm not so alone all the time here on this planet. Yes, I have friends and family, but sometimes, you just still feel alone. So I'm working on actively connecting on a daily basis. So I have a lot of Catholic and Christian friends, and they talk about reading their daily devotional. I am no longer connected to religion, but I wanted something similar. So I was in a thrift store one day and found this. It was probably $3, but it's kind of the same concept. There are some scripture passages in here, but most of it is not religiously related. So I was going to pull up and open to today's date. However, I opened it. The last time I read this was apparently on October 2nd because October 3rd is the one that is staring me in the face right now. However, the name of this one for today is called Little Miss Perfect. And I was like, I know I could probably hear that message anyway. And I know a lot of people that probably could benefit from it too. So I'm being told that I need to read it. So I'm going to do that. Little Miss Perfect. Perfectionism is the voice of the oppressor, the enemy of the people. It will keep you cramped and insane your whole life. That is from Annie Lamott. The road to hell is paved by perfectionists, working with grains of sand. Missed a spot. Like workaholism, aspiring to be Little Miss Perfect is an addiction of low self-worth. I'm going to read that again, friends. Aspiring to be Little Miss Perfect is an addiction of low self-worth. When we were young, nothing we did was ever good enough, so we just kept on doing until doing was all we could do. When doing more and more didn't make a difference, we thought if we did our work perfectly, we'd hit the mark. When we did, suddenly voices other than our own sang our praises. It sounded like the heavenly hosts. Champagne or chocolate couldn't begin to compare with the ecstasy of genuine compliments. We're creatures who live by our senses, and since the response we got for perfection felt wonderful, even if for only 10 seconds, we wanted to repeat the experience, so we committed to doing everything perfectly. We wanted to repeat the experience, so we committed to doing it perfectly, setting in motion a cycle of self-destruction that frequently felt as comfortable as a straitjacket. Still, the pursuit of perfection is the opiate of choice for millions of women. I could tell you to stop reading the magazines, watching the videos, and going to the movies that continuously reinforce our belief that perfection is possible, but you're not going to listen to me. Instead, next time you see a gorgeous woman on the cover of a magazine, oh, that's me, I'm still competing. A room to die for, or a meal that would make a professional chef a week to prepare, begin to chant, You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. I refuse to grant you the power to make me miserable. This spellbreaker is even more effective if chanted aloud in a grocery store line. The woman, the room, and the meal that are depicted to inspire, but really diminish us, are illustrations conjured by professionals paid handsomely to manipulate reality. Once a close friend gave me a priceless gift. She convinced me that my sanity is much more important than the subtle nuances that I adore. The subtle nuances are the essence of perfection. The subtle nuances trigger the response. But a life spent seeking the subtle nuances leaves little time to enjoy the big picture. Now, as a recovering perfectionist, I try to leave the subtle nuances to Spirit, who shows off better than I do, which is what I'm trying to figure out. Today, I would like to give you that gift. Your sanity is much more important than the subtle nuances. Get yourself a small hourglass filled with sand. Place it prominently where you can see it, in the kitchen or on your desk. Turn it over once a day. Watch how fast the grains of sand flow. Those are the minutes of your life. Live them. Pave with them. Every day, it's your call. A point worth pondering. Upon completing the universe, the great Creator pronounced it very good, not perfect. Good night, friends.